What is going on, people of the interwebs? I am Lucky13. Thank you for checking out this video and welcome back to the channel. In this video, guys, I finally get to do it. I get to drop the DLC info that I've been waiting for since the game came out in November. Yeah, Fallout 4 finally has some information from Bethesda. The DLC is rolling out in the next few months, but I'm going to kind of break down how I feel about each DLC and what exactly we're looking at. So the first one is titled Automatron. If you guys remember back, Fallout 3, we had the human Gambit. It pit the antagonizer against the Mechanist. Well, it looks like the Mechanist is making his return because we're going to see the mysterious Mechanist return to the Commonwealth, and we're actually going to get to see some of these baddies, some of these robot baddies that we saw, including the Robo-Brain. If you guys remember the Robo-Brain from Fallout 3, that was one of the more difficult robots, for me anyway, to attack, to kill, to make dead, and they were a pain in the ass. So from what I'm reading here, let's see, I want to kind of go down a little bit. The mysterious Mechanist has unleashed a horde of evil robots into the Commonwealth, including the devious Robo-Brain. Hunt them down and harvest their parts to build and mod your own custom robot companions. So we're going to be building companions, and it's going to be fantastic. It's kind of what I was hoping for whenever we saw the original synths. Whenever I saw that synths were a thing, and I was like, man, we have this huge companion system. I'd really like to get to build my own companion. And from the artwork right here, you can actually see that you're building like a fucking sentry bot. You're building basically a sentry bot. And you guys know what the sentry bots do in Fallout 4. They bring nothing but fucking trouble. So if you can put that much ammo, that much firepower into a companion, and you yourself are just like a walking god in the freaking Commonwealth, just imagine what kind of devastation can follow. So DLC number 2, which we can expect out in April of 2016 for the high price of $5 US, is going to be called the Wasteland Workshop. And basically what we're looking at is adding cages, adding different ways of capturing. We're looking at you can capture raiders, you can capture deathclaws, maybe you can catch some yaoguai, maybe you can catch some, mole rats or whatever the hell they're called. You can get them all together, and you can either fight them against each other, fight against unsuspecting people in your settlement, or tame them. And maybe by taming them, you can use them as a companion. It doesn't say here, but I will tell you that it says, with the Wasteland Workshop, design and set cages to capture living creatures, from raiders to deathclaws. Tame them or have them face off in battle, even against your fellow settlers. Now that to me sounds like some badass shit. Like, yes, you get to go and you get to tame yourself a Deathclaw, and do you get to use it as a companion? Probably not, but we have all ran across the mutt in Fallout 4. No, you have to have. There's like that mutt in Fallout 4, that dog that just shows up whenever you're fighting, and he becomes one of your followers. You can't tell him what to do, you can't really talk to him, but he goes and follows you around and he helps you attack things. And I think that's the kind of the stuff that we're going to see. There's also additions to the settlement, so you can be looking out for that. If you're one of those people who just like to build in your settlement and you're not a huge fan of going outside of your comfort of your own walls. Now DLC number 3 is what really has me. It's called Far Harbor. It is the story, I guess. This is the other two are really add-ons, but this is the real story behind this DLC. Far Harbor is going to be released in May 2016, so we have a few months before that comes out, and it's going to be coming out for $25. Now, all these prices I've given you, they are separate, but if you have the season pass, it will be included in that season pass. So if you have been one of those people lucky enough to pick up that season pass, or if you were one of the ones smart enough to pick up the season pass, then you still are, I hate to use the word entitled, but you are entitled to this DLC as part of the season pass. Again, it's released in May 2016, and it will be $25 US. Now, Far Harbor, kind of to me, looks like a point lookout. I'm going to go ahead and read you directly from their little press release or whatever this is. A new case from the Valentine Detective Agency leads you on a search for a young woman and a secret colony of synths. Travel off the coast of Maine to the mysterious island at Far Harbor, where higher levels of radiation have created a more feral world. Navigate through the growing conflict between the synths, the children of Adam, and the local townspeople. Will you work towards bringing peace to Far Harbor, and at what cost? Far Harbor features the largest landmass of any add-on that we've ever created, filled with new faction quests, settlements, lethal creatures, and dungeons. I want to stop right there, because one of my favorite, if not my favorite, DLC ever from any game ever was the Shivering Isles in Oblivion, and that to me was just its own separate side game. I mean, I played that so much, and I feel like this is what we're looking at with Fallout 4, with Far Harbor. We're just looking at this huge landmass and this ridiculous side quest. Now, imagine if we're looking at something, say, like the quarter of the size of Fallout 4's map, even the quarter of the size of the Commonwealth as we know it. That would be a monstrous DLC. But what if it's something like half that size? Half that size. That would be unbelievable. That would be unparalleled to anything they've ever done before. I'm hoping to see something like that, because if we're getting something so big this early in the DLC process for Fallout 4, what's to come? What are we going to see at the end of the DLC process for Fallout 4? I just want to hear what you guys have to say about that. Make sure to leave your comments, sound off down at the bottom of the comment section. I appreciate you guys for checking out this video. And if you're looking forward to the Fallout 4 DLC, make sure to subscribe for future DLC news on my channel. I'm Lucky13, and until my next video, guys, I will see you all in the comments.